Good morning, it's 7:30 a.m. on a Sunday. We're here at the Balboa Park Muni Metro station that's just like right in the yard. And we're gonna try to be the fastest Muni Metro riders alive.
Church 2, Embarcadero.
Alright, timer starts when the door closes. It's a very slow door close. Close enough.
Next stop, San Jose and Ocean.
Classic jank Muni Metro. This is like an acceptable stop location. There's like a platform there, but like you can also just get off here into the street if you want. All right, so the time to beat is 4 hours, 26 minutes, and 29 seconds.
Next stop, Santa Ynez.
That was set by Eddie Z 2 weeks before filming this. So I'll link that video in the description. I started watching it and then realized that the route was eerily similar to the one I had planned, right down to being on a Sunday. But hopefully I have better luck than they did, I guess.
Next stop, Santa Rosa.
Here's another one, Santa Rosa. I just can't believe how ridiculous this platform is. You could just get out to the street if you wanted. Some amazing San Francisco housing stock out there. Man, this is kind of a sad speed given how wide this street is. So why am I doing this on a Sunday? Well, because I fly back to Boston tonight and this is the only day I had to do it. That's also why I'm wearing a big winter coat and why I have a backpack full of stuff. I do think there's some advantage to doing this on a Sunday though. I mean, the train frequencies are going to be lower, but it's a street running system, so if there's less traffic, you're theoretically going to get less delayed. And also the stopping penalties are huge on these trains. The doors open really slowly, but it won't stop if no one's there. So in a period of lower ridership, you'll actually save time, I think. Some trainception here. Ooh, good dog. There are these stop signs, which these vehicles do not accelerate that well, so it's really annoying to have to stop each time and then slowly accelerate again. Jeez, that's the stop. It's that little like yellow strip on the stop sign. It's not even a platform. You just walk onto the train from the sidewalk. Okay, so my point of comparison on the acceleration thing is the SEPTA trolleys in Philadelphia. Those things just like tear down the street. Like they are so fast. These are a lot less zippy, and Philly's gonna get similar vehicles to these, and this is why I worry that Philly's system will get a lot slower. It's obviously great they'll be accessible, and that's really good and important. But I just wish that modern light rail vehicles could still be as zippy as old trolleys back in the day. We're also somehow 3 minutes late already, which doesn't bode super well for Muni's timekeeping if we can't be on time on a Sunday morning with like 2 other people on board. Oh, poor women. This is such a jank stop though. This is like a raised platform, but like a tiny one. Okay, here's the really fun part of the J, where we just go off the street and have our own right-of-way. My understanding is that the street itself is too steep to get up the hill, so they had to like kind of build a squiggly right-of-way to give it just a slightly lower grade. Oh wow, now just look at that. That's spectacular. Wow. I'm going to be saying housing stock a lot. Oh, not those though.
Next stop, Market. This stop is on
Kind of feels weird not to say thank you to the driver, but they're in like this sort of encampment. So for those unfamiliar with how these transit speedruns work, the rule is every stop, not every track mile. So that J has a little bit more to go before it joins up with the N, but the next stop is shared with the N, so I can just get that stop on the N later. So annoyingly, the first M of the day is running 5 minutes late. So we had this asinine thing where it's M8, M11. I do have this mobile day pass. I'm not sure how to use it to Oh, that was actually very easy. Okay, so this M has actually fallen so behind that I think it's actually gonna be worth it to get that K first. It's gonna be a tire transfer later on, but I think that's the only way we can stay in the game because that M is too late to make our connection down in Balboa Park. I think it's pretty impressive that this, the first train on the M on a Sunday morning, is somehow 7 minutes late and it's entirely on this metro section. How does that happen, Muni? I cannot believe how slow this system is. You know how late this train is? Also 7 minutes. How did that happen? This is kind of a fun scenario. We're stuck in the tunnel on the first train on a Sunday. Like, yeah, there's an M ahead of us, but why would they be getting stuck? There's like no one on these trains right now. How can your system be run so badly that trains are like falling on top of each other when it's the first trains on Sunday morning? Like, how did that even happen? Okay, so we've made it to West Portal and we're now 13 minutes late. Here's the insane thing these cars do, where the stairs go down once we leave the subway, because now the platforms aren't high level anymore. So yeah, we're apparently 13 minutes late on the first train on a Sunday. I mean, that is legendarily terrible. I'm sorry, but like, I have now just informed of the fact that the system sucks, and we're just going to try to power through it. Because if it's this bad on a Sunday morning, how bad is it every other time? All right, well now we have a median, which is nice, but it's still not very fast. Like, there's no intersections. It's a grassy median, and we're probably going like, I don't know, 25, 30 at the most. Okay, the right-of-way did not last long. We're now in a street.
Ocean and San Leandro.
This is a pretty cool commercial strip we're on. Oh, tarot card reader from San Francisco Energy.
Attention, please move to the front car at City College for service to Balboa Park.
That's insane. They're going to translate it a bunch now. If it's a two-car train, you have to move to the front here. This is the last stop and accommodate a one-car train. Is that not crazy? That just seems a little crazy. Also, these dwells are so insane. Look, 104.32. Still going. Still going. Still going, still going, still going, still going. How does it take 10 seconds just to close the doors? This is an insane stop. Look at the stairs required. Can you cross the street? I assume you must be able to. Yeah, there's like a level crosswalk too. Well, this is kind of fun. We pulled right into the yard. All right. Balboa Park, which can only accommodate one car. So we got here 17 minutes late on the first train of the day on a Sunday. And you know what the frequency of this line is? Every 15 minutes. But actually it's fine, because the train behind us is 14 minutes late. So it's fine, everything's late. At least we have this kind of nice transfer through the BART station. So the M stop's in a different spot from the others. Okay, I think this is the right spot. This is the start of the line. It looks like this. I mean, okay. All right, here's our train coming out 3 minutes late. So if it's 3 minutes late at the first stop, I can't wait to see how late we are by the time we have to get off. Oh man, epic view to start this one. Look at that. It's just so tragic to pull up to a stop and have the doors open because someone's getting on. People have to like trudge up the steps because there's no platform, it's just the street. For what it's worth, Philly is the same way, where it's just like stops on the street, but those are zippy little trolleys, so at least the doors open and close super quickly. So this is wild. The regular stop is here, but then across the street, there's like this accessible mini-high. So if you're in a wheelchair, you have to like force the train to stop twice just for you. At least it's all door boarding. Like, people can just get on and tap the clipper card in any door. Like, that speeds it up to some extent. All right, we have a right-of-way now. There's another train. Wow, okay, this is the first, like, really nice surface station I've seen. Like, it's actually high level, it's got shelter, it's got benches. This is what all of them should look like. Now we come off the street, just go into our own right-of-way entirely, which is awesome. And it's kind of sad that these stops will never be able to like be truly accessible because they're just not wide enough, and you have to take property to make it happen. You just get legacied in forever. It's kind of sad. All right, back at West Portal, some really great non-hostile benches here. What a majestically fast entrance into the rail-only tunnel that all the lines share. What's cool is that this is a gated station, but they do have a footbridge overpass, so you can transfer from like inbound M trains to outbound L trains, which is just an example I pulled out from my hat. There go the stairs going down. This is our first two-car train. I took the front car because I don't trust the second car to stop at all the stops. So this train is a mere 6 minutes late, but thankfully we're transferring to a bus at the end of it, and the bus is exactly on time, because apparently buses can be run in a functional way that Metro can. Ooh, look at that. Okay, this is really nice. They shut down the L for a little while to like rebuild the tracks mostly, I think, but with this really nice new station. Although wait, it's not accessible. Is it? These trains are... no high-level platform. Okay, well, it's nicer. Oh, okay, there's an accessible platform. I don't know why they couldn't have done that for all all of them. Yeah, here's another one that's like a nice platform, but there's no high level bit. Ooh, some really nice landscaping here. Something I will say about these new platforms though is that they all seem to be 2 cars long, which is really nice. There's none of that like go to the front car for this stop business. Oh no, that's a stop. I think on this part of the line, they did not rebuild the stops. Oh, you know what the issue is? Each of these houses has a garage in front, so you can't put a platform here because people need to drive out from their driveways. Oh, cars win again. All right, just stepping out onto the street. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this is funny. So the cars have to just wait for everyone to get off. I could totally see people just like driving between because there's kind of space for it. We arrived a mere 9 minutes late though, which I guess is good. Now we just have 5 minutes to transfer to our bus. Here's our bus stop. It's this like 18 on the sign where there are just cars parked, because this is how Muni operates. By the way, for those who don't know, Muni also controls the streets. So literally the large transit agency with the worst bus stops in the country also controls the streets and could easily just fix this. All right, here's our bus. Okay friends, this bus is right on time. We're now at a stop sign, but it's not like totally killing our speed. Well, it's a little bit, but it's not as bad. Okay, so we're making a stop and it's someone who can't walk super well, but the bus can just kneel. And it's low floor already, so it's a fairly significantly easier lift than needing to go down like the 3 steps of the light rail vehicle. It's so nice on a bus, the doors just open, someone just get on easily, doors close, you know, it's like 5 seconds. Please hold on. That is cool about Muni's bus system is that every bus is all door boarding, so no matter how infrequent or not very busy the route is, you can still get on the back and just tap. Please hold on. Thank you. Alright, so unfortunately we just missed an end. You can see it over there. But it's fine because this is actually the second stop on the route. We have to walk back a block anyway, so we wouldn't have made that train. So we effectively have 2 hours to beat the record. I mean, that feels doable. And we only have 2 lines left. The issue is that these are the 2 longest rides and there's a double back in there. So, you know, we'll see. It feels possible, but also this system is like pretty terrible. Let's see how late this train is. Okay, this train is a mere 7 minutes late, which I suppose for Muni Metro, that feels about average. We can admire the loop that happens here, and we can admire this accessible boarding area that we are not allowed to use. You gotta go to the really crappy stop over there with no platform and parked cars in the way. Wow, this is wild. So it can actually lay over in like the middle of the street, and it's just long enough for 2 cars and people can pass on either side. We can actually witness the special stroller stop being used. So that's kind of fun, but we're being a good citizen and waiting here. So this is a 55-minute ride, so that's kind of where that extra time is coming from. We're also leaving 2 minutes late, which is a fun start. So unfortunate. So someone got on at the accessible platform, but now we've moved up and we're at the regular platform. It's up again, and it's a green light, but it's about to not be a green light. This double platform stuff is insane. There has to be a better way, and that's just having 1 high-level platform. This Art Deco housing stuff would be so much cooler if it wasn't garage. Something I enjoy about this line is that Judah doesn't have stop signs, so we have to kind of go with it.
Next stop, Funston.
By the way, I would like to clarify, I'm not anti-light rail. I'm just anti-inaccessible, unreliable transit. This is kind of that. It's great that these tracks are all over the city, but there's just a lot of work that needs to be done to make the operation good. Not having breakfast this morning was a mistake, because I'm seeing all these awesome looking restaurants. Oh, now here's the fun part. We have to go into the Sunset Tunnel. The tunnel gets the line under a hill, and it's just kind of this non-stop, old-school legacy tunnel. Wow, I would have loved that playground as a kid. Right at the tunnel entrance. This is a really nice little park. So here's the J. That's where we got off this morning. And now we're heading into the Metro Tunnel. Thankfully, we seem to be moving a lot faster through these tunnel sections than we were this morning. So on this part of the line, the stops are shared with BART. But BART is a level below us. So you have to like go up and then leave these fare gates and then transfer over to the BART fare gates and then go down 2 levels. It's a little ridiculous. Here's Embarcadero. This is the last stop in the tunnel. But the end continues and it kind of loops around and goes to Caltrain. And from there we gotta get the T up to the new central subway and then back down to finish the line. Now here we come outside, right under the Bay Bridge. This is an awesome ride. It's really cool to be so close to the water. It's just kind of sad how much slower than the cars we are. Man, this isn't a creepy tech bro ad at all. So this train is the difference between us having a shot at this and not. And this is looking pretty promising. We're there and the train is there. 7 minutes, we're scheduled to get there in 5. Here's Oracle Park. Go Giants, I guess. Here's the Caltrain station with some shiny new EMUs. We are 3 minutes late, but thankfully the T is 2 minutes late. So, knock on wood, I think we should be okay. Alright, well, no sign of the train, but we ran, and I guess we made it. I think this is all the trains that used to stop at the Caltrain station. Now it's just Caltrain. Alright, we just sat there for a full 2 minutes, not really sure why, but we're on the move. And this is the last line, so it's kind of up to fate now. So this stretch of tracks is brand new. So I don't know why we're going so slow along it, but it's just Muni Metro. It's just what you get. All right, into the new central subway we go. I like how they spent billions of dollars on this, and there's still like a stoplight coming into the tunnel where you have to stop. It's a nice enough stop, though. Definitely modern, very clean. Why does this train have a different voice? Next stop. Lots of people getting off here at Union Square, which is the connection to Market Street, you know, all the Muni Metro lines and BART. There's also a lot of people getting on and go to one stop to Chinatown. So that just shows how much demand there is just from, you know, Market Street transferring to get up to Chinatown. It's great to see. Alright, here we are at Chinatown. Looks like this train is turning right back around. I don't know if these panels are meant to be missing or not, but it's an interesting look. But it's nice. I think the station is quite deep. We don't really have time to find out, but I believe it takes a while to get up to the top. It's 3 hours and 51 minutes or so. So we have about 38 minutes to try to beat this thing. Okay, leaving Chinatown right on time, which is a good start.
And King, Caltrain Depot.
Alright, we're back at Caltrain. Uncharted territory from here. Just casually going by Capcom headquarters over there. And ooh, this is a cool little drawbridge. I don't want to know what happens when a boat goes through. It must destroy reliability on this line. Okay, the good thing about the T is that I'm pretty sure the whole thing's in a right-of-way. So hopefully we'll move quick. It does have these nice modern high-level platforms. Every station on the T is high-level, thank God. And then here's the Chase Center, which is where San Francisco's basketball team plays. I totally know what they're called. Well, I thought we were doing well, but we're 4 hours, 16 minutes in. It's 11:54, and this is saying we're going to get to the end at 12:19. So we're just getting really terribly. This train's running 2 minutes early, and I don't think it's going to help. I think just everything else being so late. What can you do? I guess I was wrong about this whole line being separated. We're now in mixed traffic. Also, we're about 2 minutes away from failing this thing, so enjoy it while it lasts. All right, there we go. We passed it. We have officially lost. So I guess we'll see where it ends up.
Next
But
stop.
I'm gonna have some choice words about this freaking system when I get there. We do have a median again, so I guess most of the line is like this. Alright, timer stops when I step out. Doors slowly open. And stop. 4:40:48. Well, it's a pretty cool, weird terminus. Mountains up there. So we lost it by about 14 minutes, which I think you could roughly say is about one train headway. So if any one of those trains had been slightly more on time, we might have had a shot. But like, I mean, it's just hard not to see this system as like this broken thing that's operated so terribly. Like nothing radicalized me more than both of the first K and M trains being 7 minutes late on a Sunday morning, and then like increasingly bad. Like there was, I don't even remember when, there was one that was like 13 or 14 minutes late. Like I mean, they need to like pad their schedules or something. It's just atrocious. Or they just keep running this broken system and like, whatever. It's great that there are rails all across the city. It's a very expansive system, but the way it's operated right now, I'd prefer the bus. Am I annoying people right now? Do folks like Muni Metro?
6 hours later.
Okay, I've got a train full of Bay Area locals. I'm gonna ask you all a question and you gotta answer honestly, okay? Is Muni Metro good? No. All right, I'm not crazy. I absolutely adore this comment. Wowie zowie!